Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your stud showing, and today gonna do a tour of my Lego City. Now, fair warning, it is really under construction. There's so much still to do, but just want to show you where it is as of December 2020. Um, and anyways, I don't have a name for this yet. I've been working on it probably for the last 10, 11, 12 years. If you have a name for a city that's creative and good, shoot it down in the comments. I'd like to hear it. I've been trying to think of stuff. I just want to stay away from like Studsville and the common, Bricktown or whatever. I want to make it unique to myself. So, anyways, without further ado, let's get into the city. So, let's start over in this corner. So, over here, we got a let's call it a warehouse. Yeah, it's Bob's Honest Warehouse, but it's kind of a small little train yard. I have a train crane right back there. Maybe if I run around to the other side, you'll be able to see it. Maybe I'll pull it out. But it has a gate right there, and you got a little chain that locks the gate. Completely gated in complex, and the tracks will cross the road along with those. But the tracks going into the warehouse are dead tracks. So I definitely want to make it look old and kind of abandoned and no longer in use. Tracks behind it are definitely live tracks. The cargo train will be going around once I complete the circle. So right here in this little lot, I got a few of my construction vehicles. I want to put the Lego Police Modular right there and maybe convert it into apartments. I think it would be cool. It's kind of like the old style downtown part of the city. And over here we have the other half of the pet shop that just fits so nicely right here. And I think I'll leave it because I want to keep the pet shop. And this building is just hanging around. So it looks good right there with the elevated train track just kind of snaking its way through. And I love how the elevated train track, for me at least, isn't a straight just kind of NASCAR or oval or circle, and snakes around in the city. And it is completely all 9 volts. So I did what I could and worked with what I had. I did order 4 straight pieces from Germany for the elevated track that goes halfway around my city. And so, since we're on the topic of tracks, the hot rail line will be going around my whole city. And it'll be part of the new tracks and new power functions up and all that. Got to figure out how to make it work. I don't even have an engine for that yet. But the elevated track will have these barriers going all the way across it. And with a unique style of barrier on the straight parts, it'll look like that. I have a bunch of 1x2 gray bricks that I want to figure out how to use, and that's kind of what I came up with to start using them and save a little bit of money instead of buying a whole bunch of new stuff. Anyways, we'll start with the first street I kind of built. And this is a city bank right here. I'm actually planning on building a 3rd story to it. The bell towers from the fire brigade. And down here, if you recognize that armored truck, that's from a Spider-Man set. Very cool. Inside on the first floor is completely detailed. But anyways, that's that. And so over here is a green building. Now, this building I hated at first. I designed it with a different style top floor. It was only 3 stories instead of 4 stories. And it was ugly to me. So I just recently redesigned it off inspiration from a building I saw in Boise, Idaho that looked very similar to this. And if you follow me on Instagram, my name is the same on Instagram as it is on YouTube. You'll see the building for inspiration for this. Now the bottom floor is a bicycle skate shop. I still need to redo the interior because I did change it out a few years back to a car shop. And now I want it back as a bike shop. So anyways, what's pretty cool about this is I used the old style door. And then over here, I used one of the windows from the cafe corner and just kind of did a little 3D styling down there. So from afar, it looks exactly the same and symmetrical. So I was going for most of this building, except for the first floor. And the top railing, that is from Market Street, and the umbrella, flower garden, and lounge chair is from Corner Garage. So let's move on to the next building, which is the fire brigade. Got two little fire trucks in there, a ladder truck and a small little EMT F550, kind of modeled after, and one more bay that I plan on filling eventually. So this is built from two fire brigades, and then I got an extra bay door for the third vehicle. So I wanted something, I love the fire brigade, I just hated that it only had one bay, so I want to change it up, extend it, and expand it, and I kind of like the design it came with. You could definitely tell it was built from the fire brigade, but it's got my own little spin on it. So right here is a open lot. This is where the pet store used to go, and the little red apartment. And I want to build a white and black building. These little parts from the Parisian restaurant on the roof, and fill it up there, all white and black, very elegant, and kind of make it look like it's from Paris. So this is the back of the Parisian restaurant. I bought two Parisian restaurants and made my own deal with it, changed the roof to that cranberry red color. And I had a whole bunch of pieces. I bought like 5 of the cabins way back in the day, and that's where I got all the cranberry red slopes from. So here is the back. It's kind of a mess. The railing's right there. I got to hook that up, but got the turnstile stairs that I got from the Lego Diner modular set, and that was kind of my idea there. And got some other steps in the back from the kitchen that goes down. And right here there's a floating door that I gotta build a platform and some more steps down, but back door to the Lego factory and everything. Got the billboard from the Lego Grand Emporium set. I really like that billboard. Right here on a corner, it is a corner coffee shop. And the interior is decked out with the Lego Friends Central Perk set, which is really nifty because the old interior was ugly and outdated. So this building is complete custom mock. I just want to kind of make it Danish or European style, with the Lego store on the bottom, which you could get from the actual Lego store. And I just built it into a modular. I didn't use the second story of it. I just built up. And if you can tell, a lot of it has inspiration from Market Street. Got a lot of the blue slope pieces that I want to use on it too. And I think it looks good with the cream yellow. And you can definitely tell the difference in that's Lego yellow, and that's kind of more of the cream Friends yellow. Complements well with the white and blue. So over here, and I'll try to get the best images I can, is a Parisian restaurant mock. I highly modified it. I added a basement, and what's really cool about this is the steps leading up to it. I built those probably 12 to 15 years ago. They're studs not on top design, so it's not kind of configuration, and I finally got to use them, and I was so stoked that I got to use it because it fits so well on this build. And when I come around, I'll show you a little better views of it. And I got a giant tree, a jewelry store, and a bar back there with some overhead lights and outdoor patio seating and all that. So I'll show more of that once I get around. This is my own little custom assembly square layout that I want to create. So down here, this is kind of like the main road through town. I'm going to be making a median all the way through. Right there is going to be some speed bumps and a crosswalk, the T section, and then it's going to continue with the median. Right there, if you can tell, it's going to be an old 50s style diner. When I come around, you can get a better look at it. I've been working on that for so long and just been neglecting it forever. Here we got one of my water fountains, an outdoor eating area with this fancy kind of high-end restaurant, and it's going to have live music at it. The doorway to the apartments inside, and here we have huge glass facade with a hiker kind of climbing up Mount Everest or so. Down here, a mountain biker, and it's really hard to see, but there is a rafter in there. And and just kind of an outdoor store. I used the old Extreme logo. So you see water bottles to the right and mats right in center and kind of outdoor gear to the left. But it's an outdoor store. It has hiking stuff, camping stuff, swim, rafting, what else? Backpacks, just a whole bunch of stuff, navigation, maps, and all that. Used a little Lego ATM right there, and right now it is missing a glass awning. So on top of it, though, it will have a bunch of condominiums. Condominiums. What a weird word. Anyways, I'm still building that. It's been a long process, but it's definitely designed to be a more modern style building, which is looking like a whole bunch of modern style buildings all mashed into one to make a really cool city center with street parking and a very neat statue on the corner from the Lego Planner set, which you'll see me reference a lot throughout my city. I like the parts and stuff out of it. So here, this is built from the leftover corner garage pieces I had. And right now it's kind of null and void. I might put in a juice shop, like a Jamba Juice or something inside, or a women's clothing store. I think it'd kind of fit really well. Here is kind of an outdoor common greeting area. We got a little bike rack, and what's so cool is it's got bikes only sign right there, and we got benches and a water fountain with coins in it and a little kid looking at it. And then a little park with a dog that is leaving his signature everywhere. And uh-oh, this little soccer player just stepped in it and is sliding all around in it. I guess the other teammate is going to get the goal. So right here is my upside down building, and I call it upside down because that whole wall is built upside down to get that effect of it bowing out. I don't know if I'm going to make it like Mac makeup or Mac computer, but we'll see. Right here is going to be a pizza place, and I just want to use the rest of the pieces I had left over from the Parisian restaurant, and the condos are double-sided. So we come over here, these are going to be more condos, just a different style on top of the very fancy restaurant with outdoor seating and the fountain. And then here we got just, little trinkets for some treats and balloons and a popcorn thing. And that is Lego official. I'm definitely trying to keep it as custom as I can, but Lego does come out with some cool little things. Little hot dog cart. I'm going to put a painter right there, and right here I'm going to work on a newsstand right across from. Apparently my most popular building is my train station, which I built from 2 Grand Emporiums. You definitely can see the build of Grand Emporium throughout it. We come over here, and we got a little courtyard with the ramp up to the platform and some stone trains, a caboose, and a more modern diesel engine with another fountain. That's actually the first one I built years ago, and now it looks so outdated compared to my other ones. And it's going to have a little tiling work. But I wanted this train station just to look like grand and massive and before times of flight, and this is the only way people traveled and came into the town. So it's definitely a huge impact and huge architectural undertaking with this building. And the skylight and dome just screams, great architecture from back in the day. Kind of see the chandelier back there. Second floor hosts a very high-end, nice restaurant. The counter right there, and then down here is a platform, which I'm going to push out to the tracks. Next door is a very high-end, built around the same time era, one that looked like townhome, with the top floor boasting a patio and a jacuzzi. And I still have a lot of work to do inside, so sorry about the mess, but I wanted it to look very nice, very finished. I love the crown molding on it. Still got to finish that, but I took a lot of spare pieces from the Grand Emporium to build that. And then next to it is going to be the 50s style diner, which I am still working on. And what's cool about the townhome, though, is that it has a 2-car garage. Very nice tiling work for their driveway. Just got to share the space for the parking spaces for the 50 style diner right here to get to their driveway. Anyways, that 50 style diner I've been working on forever. Just been really neglecting it, putting other projects ahead of it. So anyways, here is a small little plumbing store. There are little trinkets and faucets in there. I just wanted a small little corner building. Down here, this is the other side of the main street. You can see more of the Parisian restaurant and just the custom styling of it with the huge bay window in the center, the change of the roof, and the whole overall size and total. And you see more of the little market street with the tiling on the roof that I stole that idea from. Here we got the modern bar with a jewelry store down on the second part, patio and the tree, and I love that little birdhouse. I think I got the idea from Robin's Bricks on YouTube. He put a little birdhouse on one of his builds. I put one in the tree. So anyways, I bought the corner garage for this build. Specifically is my 50 style octane gas station. It's fully detailed inside. Still waiting for a few pieces to close off the roof of the canopy. I got that from City Planner Set way back in the day, and I've just kept it around and finally found a place to put it. So we got a little organic grocery store with Central Perk coffee on top. I think it's nice. It's like a Whole Foods or World Market. I know they got a little coffee shop in some of theirs. And that's kind of what I went after. The organic foods and stuff, and little alley where you get to pick your own stuff, and the baskets out front. This is not detailed inside. It does have a stairwell up to the second floor, but very basic inside, but outside I want to make it very nice and organic and green looking. Now I've had this building, it started off as a pizza building, started off where that green building is. It moved to where Parisian restaurant is, and finally over here, and it's changed shape and design so much, but I love the facade of the first floor that I wanted to keep it. So the second floor definitely had an undertaking throughout the move, and also different sizing, because now it's much smaller than the original design and doesn't have a second floor outdoor patio like the original design did. Anyways, here is the pet store, which I want to keep my Lego City as custom as possible, but the pet store is one of those shops that I really like. I love having a pet store in my city, so I want to keep it around. And it's good, fun architecture, and just because it's not my custom mock, I still think it belongs in the city. I love the architecture of it. So right next door is going to be a movie theater, working on that. The friend's couch is next to that. I don't know what I'm going to put in that little 16 by 16 square. And down this road is a bunch of car shops, just a hot rod shop, motorcycle shop, and a performance center. So just kind of want to make it industrial. Got a little forklift going in there, and another little deal. And this thing is just falling apart. Little motorcycle shop, and this gate slides like the one over in the kind of train yard over there, but opens and closes with the little stop sign right there. So we're back to the train yard in the industrial section. Here is a machine shop with, that's actually from a Batman set, that little white thing with the red piping. That's also where I got the balloons from over down in City Center. Come around, just some trash cans and containers. I got a Maersk container and a lot of just containers back here on pallets. Little machine shop with a roll-up door and a engine I guess they're working on. Here's another repair shop. It kind of complements that shop. I want to look like it was just one big kind of train shed area to work on and fix stuff. It's abandoned. It has nothing in it now. The windows are smoked out because they are so old and scratched up, but it kind of helps with that just looking vintage look of this building. And you come around, and this is the back of the warehouse. I just realized the roof is caving in right there. I gotta go fix that. So anyways, this is the Honest Bob's warehouse with the Blue Line flag hanging from the top of it. Support our local police. They have a hard job. And in the back of it is completely fenced in. And there is the train crane, which if you follow me on Instagram, you have seen it. And I think it is the ugliest train crane I've ever seen, but very industrial. I actually picked most of it from a Lego Toy Story style. Use the rest of the pieces. So it does pivot or spin. And what's cool is that it has a Lego weighted piece in the back of it, so it will always return center as a counterbalance. It is non-motorized and it just sits here for display in kind of the abandoned train yard look. So anyways, this is my cargo train, not too special. Most of it's the Maersk rail cars. I'm going to build some Union Pacifics. Here is a construction site in the middle of the road with an old 80s or 90s backhoe I bought off eBay way back in the day for like 20 bucks. Really good deal. Got this little set with the crane and the plumber set from the Lego movie. I modified it to make it fit more in my city. And he's out there fixing the plumbing issue that's in the street that it looks like they don't know what they're doing. Oh no, it's water sprinkling everywhere. Anyways, this is my Lego city. I hope you enjoyed it. It's definitely one unique city I love. I'm trying to keep it mostly Mox and out of Lego. But let me know what you think of it. If you liked, click like. If you want to see more, click subscribe. Again, message me or comments for ideas for the town name. There's so much still more to do for this, and I hope to share with you guys, and you look forward to seeing the updates on the city. Anyways, have a good day.